I'm not sure if you know this, but there are thousands of people making thousands of dollars every single day making faceless content, literally making videos without ever showing their face, creating a video themselves, writing the scripts, getting in front of the camera, any of that stuff. And I mean, some of you guys may know this by now, this whole faceless YouTube automation stuff. That's the old news. That's the old way to do this. But now, with the power of AI, there's these new niches and new opportunities that are popping up left and right. And most people don't even realize, number one, what they are. And number two, how incredibly simple and lucrative they can be to end up creating channels like this out of thin air, printing thousands of dollars. So I'm going to show you guys the exact process that was allowing channels like this to go from zero to almost $20,000 a month from scratch. And I'm going to break down the entire strategy for you guys from step by step, from scratch all the way to the ending, showing you all the websites, the resources, the prompts, and showing you 3 different methods all the way through in as much detail as I possibly can to ensure that by the end of the video, you have full capacity to do this on your own and see the same kind of income potential that I've just shown you today. So I make sure you do not skip anywhere throughout this video because you're going to miss essential steps. And number 2, I encourage you to sit through to the end because not only am I going to show you all these steps and strategies, I'm also going to teach you how to do this business model from scratch. Because if you're sitting in a place where you're unsure of what to do and you don't know how to escape your situation, this 9-to-5 job that you have that's looming debt over you, whatever your situation may be, you need to learn a high income skill like this that's going to allow you to supplement your income or maybe even replace your income so that you no longer have to be constrained by the 9-to-5, by the boss, by having to ask permission for vacations, for whatever the situation you have. That can change. If you just have something like this as high income, this high generating income asset that can live and exist online without your work very passively, it's just an incredible opportunity that you need to seize. Otherwise, you're going to watch all these other people online flex their stats and show how great their life is just because they took a chance, they took the risk, and they put in the effort. So yes, number 1, this is very doable, but keep in mind, it's not simple. Like this stuff still takes effort. It still takes time. So be patient, be resilient, and be consistent because if you have those 3 factors, you're going to be successful. You'll see money like this, even if it's $2,000, $3,000. That's additional income that can change your life. So I'm not going to keep bragging or ranting on here. I'm going to continue the video. I'm going to show you guys first a snippet of the kind of content we're going to create, and then I'm going to show you reverse engineering the entire process so you guys can see step by step how to create this on your own. Very minimal tools, very minimal cost, and very minimal effort, and show you exactly how to do this from scratch. I'll play the clip for you.
And it gives us some surprising insights, I think.
Yeah, it's fascinating, isn't it? What makes this narrative so compelling isn't just like the sheer absurdity of it all. It's how a date that was, objectively chaotic, just completely bonkers, could somehow turn into this really cherished memory. So our mission basically is to dissect the specific bizarre details that took this from just bad to maybe the best bad day imaginable.
Yeah.
We want to understand maybe the psychological stuff going on, how they found humor in what most people would just call a disaster. It's like a case study in reframing things.
Okay, let's get into it then. So our source describes running into someone they knew from church, actually, at some local spot. Asked them out. Turns out the date was already going to a party after work and said, hey, come along. Sounds pretty standard.
Alrighty, so basically this niche is going to be the baby podcast. You might have seen it on TikTok and Shorts and Reels. It's absolutely blowing up. And now I'm going to show you how to do it on YouTube and why I believe it's an incredibly lucrative and also untapped niche. There's not many channels that I've seen doing this, and every single one that I have has just been doing incredibly well. So a channel like this is doing political kind of content with Trump, with Biden, with all these different things. And if you can see a channel like this is already doing 1.1 million views with 50 videos, which actually it's not even 50. A lot of those are even from Shorts. But this is all simple 2-minute to 4-minute curated content. I'm going to show you the whole strategy and how to do it, literally all with AI. There's another channel here as well with only 29 videos, and they've done a total of 1.6 million views, which, by the way, is how much they've done in total here this month because they only started 1 month ago. So within 1 month, 29 videos, which is about a video a day. And that might sound like a lot, but by the way, guys, these are literally 1 to 3 minute videos. They're very short, very simple to make. And so the amount of effort versus the amount of yield is extremely lucrative. Like you can really tell that if somebody's only putting a little bit of effort and getting a lot of return, you can tell there's a lot of potential in this niche to blow up. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this. So I'm going to go through step by step. There's 3 methods that I've shown you guys: method 1, method 2, method 3. So we'll start off with method number 1. And before we get into the whole nitty gritty of the strategy, the first step you want to do is to create the channel and then also name it. So I like this site here. It's called Namelix. So you can just put in some some keywords, and I'll show you guys just a couple here. So I put here baby news. From here, you can click generate. You can just go to auto, go to medium, and then just literally maybe put a little bit of information here. I put information, baby, news, podcast, just some keywords there, and just let it initialize. It'll come up with a bunch of great ideas for you to choose the name for your channel. But it's one step as well, please don't skip this, that if you choose a name for your channel and you don't do this next thing, you could find yourself being in a lot of trouble. So I'll show you exactly what that is. But you can see here like newborn news, new baby report, baby news plus, Babycast by Babblecast. These are all really cool. Let's say we choose Baby Talk. I think Baby Talk is a really cool one. So this is the next step I want you guys to do. Head over and open a new tab on YouTube, and I want you to type in Baby Talk. And when you do, you're going to see a bunch of different stuff here. You see some more podcast style, baby style. But what I want you to do is go over to filters over here and click on channel. And when you click on channel, you'll see if there's any other channels that are currently named exactly as this. So you can see this small one here, small one here. It's quite a few. So Baby Talk already has a channel that's 23,000 subscribers. So I would avoid that one and I would choose something else. Let's say newborn news. Newborn news is another one. Newborn news. Now you can go ahead and do the exact same thing. Go to filters, go to channel, and see if there's another channel. And I don't see any other one here. So newborn news could be a great channel name if you want to do it that way or choose anything else. And then from here, you can just go in and create a logo, banner. It really doesn't matter. I'm not going to go over that stuff. It's very small, very minute detail. The next step from here is to go and choose the approach or style of the channel. So this is what's going to be essentially the methods. So there's 3 different methods that I've kind of created for you. It's kind of curated stories based on real events that have happened. There's AI stories that you can generate out of thin air. And there's also political news stories that you can do by leveraging things that are already out there and turning them into baby. So I'll show you guys how to do all 3. We'll start off with the Reddit stories. So for Reddit stories, I just went ahead and Reddit and I just typed in like horror date stories, like worst date stories, right? Now, what I've done, I've just gone here and this Reddit page already has a ton of different horrible dates, right? So all you have to do is just come in here and there's an AI software I'm going to show you guys now that can basically take a small snippet like this, just a story like this, a very short story, and it can convert it into an entire podcast style snippet, a scene between 2 different people, it's 2 speakers. So you can really just create that podcast scene, but obviously with babies. So once you have a story, you then just have to go into this one over here, step number 4, go to Notebook LM. We'll go back to step 3 afterwards. And once you do, you can basically create new, click on create new, and just literally go over here to pasted text and you can just paste the text. It's very, very simple. Now I've actually gone ahead and already created one, which is over here, the worst day. So I literally just pasted that small snippet and it went in and it analyzed the entire thing here. It gave me a full breakdown. And I can go now into audio overview and it's going to basically turn this into a dialogue between 2 different people. I'll play a little snippet for you guys here.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're plunging into a really unforgettable source.
And that is basically a 5-minute podcast from such a very, very small snippet. You can see literally that's all that I gave it. And it turned into a 5-minute podcast, which is incredibly powerful. And of course, you can make it even smaller. It doesn't have to be 5 minutes. Of course, you can ask it to be more brief, change the timing, everything. You can really adjust it from here. But just for the video's sake, I'm just going to take this as it is. You can go over here, click on the download button. And once you've downloaded it, now you have the entire podcast snippet. Now we're going to go back into ChatGPT and we're going to start creating the scene. So going back here, I want to create the characters with ChatGPT. So there's a prompt that I'm going to give you guys, which is, a baby version. You can add the celebrity or person, recording a podcast in a cozy studio, and then all these other things. You could just basically modify everything here that's in brackets according to whatever you guys want the scene to look like in your video. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like on mine. So my ChatGPT, I went ahead and put this in and I made it look like a hipster with some glasses. And this is what I got for the baby on the boy. Now I said create a female version of this, but being blonde. And then so I didn't like the hat or the glasses. So I just asked it to remove the hat and glasses. And then now I have, boom, an exact replica, but in the female version. So now we have the male and the female speakers. That's exactly what I wanted. So now I have the 2 scenes. Now we can basically go over to the next step and basically create the voiceover, but we first want to snip the scenes because there's 2 people speaking. So we want to go over to this website and we want to basically upload the audio file. We can upload it here. And now we have the entire podcast file in here. So what we can do, we can basically just go ahead and listen to the entire thing. And when we hear the speakers change from the male to the female, you just want to crop that out. So crop the male voice and then the female voice and the male voice and the female voice. And you just keep going until basically the whole podcast is over. So this is the way you approach this style because it's two different speakers. So you just want to snip one section. And when you go ahead and download them, right? So when you click over here on save, you want to save the file, but then you want to actually go into your folder and name them clip 1 and then clip 2, clip 3, clip 4. So you know exactly in which order, so they're all chronological and they don't get messed up in the post editing, which I'll show you guys exactly how to do. So once you've gone ahead and basically downloaded all the snippets that you have 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, however many scenes, then we can actually go ahead and animate them in the next software, which is through Hedra. So Hedra AI is the next software that I've been using, and it's fantastic for basically doing the lip syncing and the voice and the video animation. So I'll show you guys exactly how to use this. It's very simple. They have a free version, which you can use, but they also have a paid version, which gives you a ton of credits. It's only $10 a month. So you can definitely use this as well if you want to speed up the process and also have credits so you can just do this thing a little bit more sparingly. So once you go over here, you want to keep it on the Hedra 3 character. You can keep it on 16:9, you can keep it on 720, and you can keep it on auto. So the first thing you want to do is select the frame, which is going to be the first speaker. So I'm going to choose the male. Now, once I've chosen the male, I want to click on audio script and I'll upload the audio of the male as well. And then here, as you can see, it's just going to show you the amount that you want. So of course you want to highlight all of it and use all of it and then just press add to video. All right, so now we have the audio snippet and we also have the character as well, the male character. And all you want to do here in the prompt, you don't want to give too much. Honestly, less is more. You just want to put podcast host speaking. That's all you want to do. And you just want to basically generate it. And as soon as it's done, it's going to pop up the video, basically fully animated. I'm going to show you the magic that comes out of this from such a simple dialogue, such a simple prompt. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So I'll play this for you guys here.
And it gives us some surprising insights, I think.
Now, that's the first scene. You basically want to replicate the exact same thing for the female, then for the male, then the female, then for the male, until you basically have the entire podcast created. And then once it's done, we can go to the next step, which is basically just putting it all together. Now, my preferred mode of doing this is through CapCut, so I'll show you guys exactly how it's done. All right, now once you guys are in CapCut, you just want to pull up the files, and then we can drag them into the timeline. We can go from here, put them in, and we can put them in sequential order. So as we can see right now, we have 1, 2, and 3 already dragged in. Now my timeline is 1920 by 1080, and usually ChatGPT won't pull up videos and they won't create the images, in 1920. So what you want to do is just pull on these and expand them to make sure that they're all fitting to size. And do the same thing here, and do the same thing here. Now we have every single image fitting in full size, and we don't have to worry about that as well. And now one thing I like to do to just put it all together is to add animated captions. So you want to go over here to captions, auto captions, and click on generate. This is if you have the pro version, but I think it's worth the investment, number one. Number two, if you don't, that's fine. There are other applications that can do auto captions, just like this one because it's convenient. We have everything there. So once it's done, we can then go ahead and actually modify all these. You can see templates. There's tons of different templates that you can go for and just make something that looks quite easy, nice and clean. Let's say this one right here. And that's basically it. And now one of the last thing I like to add is just a small little effect. So I go to effects and I type in vignette. And then this is going to give it a bit of a blur around the edges, like a bit of a dark edge. And then just makes it look a little bit more moody before, as you can see over here, it just gives it more mood, as you can see there, basically. So that's all you really need to do. Now you can just basically go ahead and export this video. And then now you have your full podcast scene. And this is the whole thing. That's the whole video. So this entire journey from beginning to end is really not that difficult. As you can see, I basically did this with no experience, having never done this before. I was able to create a video from scratch, turn this baby into an animated baby, talking baby, and took a really captivating story and turned it into a podcast. And now I have an entire video from scratch just because a bit of creativity and a few AI tools. Now I'm going to show you guys the second and the third method as well. And then I'm going to go through quickly and show you how to create the thumbnails and get it all wrapped up together so you guys can start your channel today so that by the end of the day, you'll have your first video created, your first thumbnail created, and your first video posted on your YouTube channel so you guys can start compounding these videos and creating this digital real estate portfolio of videos, which can in turn turn into a passive income stream for you and your family. So now let's get into the alternate method that I created for you guys, because if you're not interested in doing this, I have two other methods that you very well might be interested in, which are just as lucrative. And I'll show you guys exactly how to do those as well. All right, so moving on to method number two, I'm going to show you how to take actual clips of things that have happened on the internet, whether it's news, politics, whatever scenes you want to take, and basically just animate them into a baby style video, which is super cool, super creative. They're scroll stoppers, they're pattern interrupts. They go viral because they're so unique and so creative, and people have never seen them before. So just because it's so new and essentially bespoke in its own way, it's bound to go viral. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do this. So the example I've pulled up for us today is an example of basically Trump just being Trump and being a crazy man who's basically there's a bunch of scenes. It's a bunch of scenes and compilations of him just being crazy. And so you can basically just take this audio snippet and you can then animate it into baby version of Trump. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first take this link and I'm going to paste it into this site that I have over here. You can literally go over here. You can download the audio clip, click it over here and paste this. And when you do, it's going to give you an option to download the video or download the audio. And what we want is to download the audio. Now that we have the audio, I'm just going to take a scene like this and do a screenshot of it so that we can basically animate this and turn this into baby version of Trump. So now that I have the screenshot, you want to head over to ChatGPT and you're going to put in the prompt that I'm going to show you. So if you go over here, you can see the prompt. You can just take this, copy it, and paste it. And by the way, guys, if you want access to all the prompts, the resources, and everything in this video, then you need to join my free school community. It is, first of all, number one, it's free. Number two, I give an entire masterclass, entire course for free with everything you need to know to start as a beginner all the way to advanced with everything you need, tools, resources, videos, links, everything that could help you in this journey. And also I go live for free twice a week with myself, yours truly, answering all your questions and giving you all the resources, audits, tips, and tricks that you need to be successful and limit the amount of mistakes that you need. So if you want to, the first link in the description will be the link to this free school community for you guys. I just want to mention that we're going live at the end of the month doing a free training, a massive 90-minute training, again, free live with myself, yours truly. There's going to be a link in the description for you to join that. So I highly recommend it. And if you end up watching this after the live webinar, don't worry. It's going to be there pre-recorded and added to my free program so you guys can watch it later. It's going to be so much value. You don't want to miss it. So anyways, let's go back into the video. So I've pasted the prompt that I showed you and I've also attached the image that I screenshot. So now we're just going to let ChatGPT do its magic and turn him into a baby. Boom. And there we have it. We literally have the same image that I took from before, but now he's a baby. And this is why I love the era that we're in, because using this technology has never been easier, which just made this entire business so much more accessible and lucrative for anybody who has an inch of passion to make money online. It is so accessible, so easy. So let's now take this and animate it into a podcast style talking baby. And I'll show you guys exactly what that looks like. So as we can see, the next step is to animate the images. So we can go back to Hedra and I'll show you guys what to do here again. All right, so now again, you want to basically upload the frame and then add the audio clip as well. And again, just put animate podcast speaker or something very simple just like that. And that's it. We'll just go ahead and press render and just let it generate. And I'll see you guys when it's ready. All right, let's give this a watch and see what it looks like.
Latin music superstar Nikki Jam. Do you know Nikki? She's hot. Where's Nikki? Where's Nikki?
I love it. This is such an incredible time. So basically you can just now compile clips like this and just do like the most unhinged moments of Trump or whatever it is. Or again, do longer snippets, longer clips of Trump actually on the podium speaking and then animate the entire thing. And just the simple fact of you doing this and recreating it in a way that's way more captivating than actually watching him speak is how you can turn this thing into a viral money-making machine. And that's the opportunity that we have today. Alrighty, now this brings us to the last and final method, which is method number 3. Now, when I went back, I showed you guys at the beginning, when I showed you the 3, which is basically Reddit stories, AI stories, and political news stories, the last one we have is AI stories. So essentially the exact same concept we've done this entire time, but instead you can actually create your own stories from scratch, which allows you to basically mass produce these videos because you're able to train the AI to just create more and more topics. And you basically will have an unlimited threshold of topics and videos that you can create 1 a day, 2 a day, 3 a day, however you so choose, because you have this AI feeding you ideas. So what I've done here is I've created a very elaborate prompt for you guys so that you can copy and paste and you can just change the things here that are in brackets that are according to the niche or style of genre, whatever videos you want. So it's going to basically have the entire thing broken down for you. It's going to know exactly what to do, the takeaways, the snippets and changing from speaker to speaker. Everything is going to be here for you. You just have to literally copy and paste this and put the topic here. That's all you have to do. It'll do the rest. And once you have that, then you have to basically repeat the entire process over and over again, which is essentially taking the audio snippet, snipping it into the male to female, or maybe there's two males speaking, whatever you so choose, downloading each scene individually, naming them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, adding them to Hedra, animating them, and having those clips named 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc., putting them into CapCut and putting them all together and adding the vignette or whatever filter you want, adding the auto captions, and then going ahead and uploading it. Now, I'm going to show you the last part of this video, which is the thumbnail. I'm going to show you exactly just one iteration of what it could look like. I don't think it's that important because the niche is so interesting that these things just get clicks just because. So I'll show you guys just a cute, very short 2-minute sample of how to create a thumbnail on Canva, and then you guys can go ahead and basically start this video and start all the process I just showed you and start creating your videos literally the same day of watching this. So once you're in Canva, you just want to go ahead and type in YouTube thumbnail, and you'll see an option that comes up, which is going to give you a blank thumbnail here. And you want to click on the blank thumbnail because it's going to give you one that's already created. That's 1920 by 1080, which is exactly what you want. So now I want to go ahead and basically just upload the 2 images of the speakers and put them parallel to each other. So head over to uploads and just upload the files. All right, now I've gone ahead and added the one for the man or the baby man. And so I'm going to put that over and drag it to the right. But I actually don't like the one of the female. I wanted to be a little bit more enthusiastic. So I went over to this one and I basically just asked it to create another version of her, but that's like laughing and smiling and more enthusiastic and surprised. So now I'm going to add that version instead. And again, I'm going to go ahead and drag and drop this and resize it. All right, so now that you've uploaded this, you just want to go ahead and click on this crop tool. And you just want to crop it out up to about here and so on and so forth about here. And then now you can click on done. You can go over here to flip horizontal. And now we can basically put them kind of left and right. So it looks like they're kind of speaking to each other. And that's basically all you'd really want to do here for this. And then basically just add some text. And so we can go over here to the text menu. Let me just make this a little bit bigger here. Go to the text menu and add text here from the side. You can go ahead and choose something that actually looks a little bit nicer. Click on this one, for example, and you can actually delete this one over here and just put. And what you want to do is focus on a caption or a type of comment from the video that likely could actually go viral. And this is the key here because many people don't put a lot of emphasis on the thumbnails. They actually put that as like an afterthought, but this is not the way that it should be. You really need to put a lot of emphasis in making sure that the thumbnail is very captivating and that what's being said and written on the thumbnail actually complements the video. So I just basically said I chose a scene from the snippet of the podcast that I did, and that was a scene like he fell in the trash. And I just took that as a quote, and now it looks like there's 2 baby podcast speakers looking to each other, and then he fell in the trash. You really don't have to put too much thought into like the design too much. It's more or less like what's written and also the captivating emotions in the faces. And that's pretty much it. Now you can go ahead and click share, download it, and upload your video. And that's pretty much it. So guys, this kind of concludes the video. I'm fully aware that probably 99.5% of you are not going to do a single thing after watching this video. And it saddens me. It really hurts my heart. But for the 0.5% of you who are serious about taking this in your own hands and creating an income stream online and actually developing a system that works for you while you sleep so you no longer have to devote your life and trade your time, your precious time, for money, then it's time to actually do something about this. So like I said, I'm hosting a free webinar at the end of the month. If you want details on this, there's a link in the description of this to join the webinar. It is free, it is live, and has a full 90-minute training on how to do this thing from scratch to start your channel and turn this thing into a profitable machine. And so if you're interested, click the link below. And if you also want to join my free school community, please go ahead. Again, the link will be in the description. Go ahead and sign up. It's free. You'll get everything that you need. And I'll see you guys on the next video.